Hey, remote mic here in my sweat-stained Hosa hat like a dumbass, counterpart to Future Mike. I'm just making my way downtown. Other words I don't know of that song. Anyway, I'm listing off a bunch of things that I consider to be musical truths. Future mobile mic here, heading myself off at the pass, if we will. As a person who really hates it when people use the phrase my truth or your truth, that's not what this is. These are just things that I believe to be truths currently in music that I can actually back up with some pretty good arguments. I feel like a lot of these are just distilled points from other videos I've already made, and a number of them I'm going to be using in an upcoming video, which I haven't had time to fully flesh out yet. But yeah, just for clarification. Now, I could be proven wrong, and if you disagree with me, I'm very interested to hear what you have to say in the comments below. But enough bitter batter, chitter chatter bullshit, let's get into it. The only reason Guthrie Govan isn't considered the greatest guitar player of all time is because he's not bad enough to be popular. A lot of the musical innovation happening right now is in rap, trap, and hip hop. A lot more than rockers really realize or want to admit. And because they're not willing to embrace that, they're gonna see the death of their genre, and they're contributing to it. From an economic and business perspective in the 21st century, music is not a product, it's your marketing. Music fans are simultaneously the greatest asset and largest detriment to music artists. Toxic fandom can look like Stan, it can look like Karen, but the most toxic is when you're both. In agreement with Adam Neely, ethnomusicology implies that musicology is strictly Western based, and that's the normal or correct way of musicking, however you want to define musicking. And I think that that's kind of bullshit. I think that that's too Western centric, and I think the term ethnomusicology should be retired. The saddest musical tragedy that we must face and accept on a daily basis due to human limitations. There are an unknown number of musical geniuses out there who will never be recognized, and we will never know how they could have potentially changed the world. And that really sucks. After watching Samurai Guitarist and Paul David's videos on the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio, I don't think that they cleanly associate themselves with the art of music. If they did, I think you would see more instances of it naturally occurring that we can observe instead of being able to make videos of something that seems awfully niche and trying to experiment with Fibonacci sequence and golden ratio as tools for songwriting. But I will admit those are some really fun videos, and it's a pretty cool concept, and good on Tool for using it as the basis for a concept. Spotify and social media have enabled far more small artists to have successful careers than the old model did. And anyone who wants to deny that doesn't want to admit that the game has changed. And instead they're gonna try and flip the board. Drugs and music are inseparable because of how tightly knit they are to the deepest parts of our human psyche. Yes, hot female Instagram guitarists do get a lot of followers because they are hot and female. But their followers stick around because they are killer players. They're not just skin deep. And frankly, good on them for leveraging what advantage they have. I think they'd be stupid not to. Oh, and by the way, don't be a gross pig in their comments, you fucking creep. Bonus truth, Edley's barbecue behind me here is outrageously good. Random aside, these clouds look fucking awesome. Even cooler in person if you can see how the light's just peeking over the edges of them. Damn, is nature beautiful. Djent and math rock are both really cool, and I feel like they're about to be creatively bankrupt. All of the ideas that I keep hearing from a lot of new artists feel so much the same and are starting to become generic that I feel like whatever innovation is there is just completely being sucked out. A lot of these artists, I feel like, aren't focusing enough on making truly compelling melodic phrasing. It's one thing to say you don't like shred, but people who say that it isn't musical either haven't listened to the right stuff or are jealous because they're not that good at guitar. So those are my musical truths. What are yours? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Definitely if you disagree, I'd like to know your reasoning in the comments below. As always, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Become the Night. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. Supporting me on Subscribestar is the best way of ensuring that I keep making badass content for you. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Rock on.